I was here for I had Davcado TV. When you subscribe to Davcado TV, go YouTube and I search Davcado TV. We search Davcado TV and now one me a subscribe button. So we subscribe we are now what call bell notification. So now what I put bell notification. Oh my yes, our notification. Say na yeah. Anytime be you be post to any video and I say you be post any trending news. You will be the first to get in touch with. And what we are going to talk about this evening is very, very, very important because I say this is what is trending so far in Ghana, and it is tarnishing the image of Ghana. Let's put politics aside because I say Ghana has everything we politicize. Everything we politicize our development, we politicize our education, we politicize our like our securities, we politicize our jobs, our employment, our whatever. I say everything is political. Everything is political, and we ourselves are sitting here, discrediting ourselves, discrediting ourselves before the international front. Why should this be happening? So some time ago, a member of parliament, Reverend Ntim Fordjour, by name, a press conference. Now press conference, he said a lot of things that is now tarnishing the image of the whole country. ABA or no, if he say ABA, he's just trying to discredit the government in power now. But little did he know, say he's tarnishing the entire country before international front. And I say international partners, people that are looking onto Ghana. He made a press conference alleging the public setting, because things like this shouldn't be just brought out to the public. Say intelligence, say one intelligence about a certain issue concerning security. You need to notify the security bodies in place, and I say in charge. You don't just have to come out. You just have to come out and then grant, a press conference and then broadcast it. When you do that, you are causing panic, fear and panic. And you are also endangering the security forces. Or the press conference by Reverend Ntim Fordjour, he's a ranking member. He's a ranking member and an MP. And then he brought out in the press conference, or see then, the flight. Let me just read out his press conference a little bit. Okay. So, the landing of 2 airplanes suspected of transporting cocaine and cash into Ghana recently has generated a significant public interest and has dominated media headlines. Yes, it is out there everywhere. This is what is going on now, and it is not good for the nation. But what can we do? We have to talk about it. We have to talk about it. So he said that in his press conference, he said that the issue of 2 suspicious airlines entered the public domain and became a topical matter after the minority caucus in parliament, led by Reverend Ntim Fordjour, a ranking member of the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament. Who are we a ranking member? Ranking member of Defense and Interior Committee. So cases like this is of national, interest, and it has to be laid down to the national security. Another security, narcotic board commission is there, the police is there, and all the necessary security agencies. But he didn't do that. He just came out publicly. So in his press conference, the minority claimed that intelligence intercepted by their members indicate that AirMed, that is the flight, AirMed flight N823 AM, an air ambulance, did not transport any patients but allegedly carried suspicious cargo believed to be cocaine and in US dollars. You came out to say air-made flight. So and so. Eddie suspicious, cocaine. And then some cash of US dollars. Eddie Arura or mine. And it landed in our airport. Whether it is true or not, we don't know. This is what he said. This is what he, Reverend Fordjour, an MP and a ranking member of Defense and Interior Committee, said. These are all allegations. These are not facts. Because so far as national security is concerned and Narcotic Board Commission is concerned, these are all, allegations, mere allegations being purported by the Reverend Minister. He called himself a Reverend Minister. There is no evidence of any medical referral or patient on board. He said, or see, flight nearby, I'm finding pamba. So it is not a passenger flight. Rather, our intelligence suggests that the aircraft was used to smuggle illicit cargo. We don't know. This is your allegation. You see, flight was carrying a smuggled illicit cargo. The minority stated. This is what he, Reverend Fordjour, is saying. So let's give the details of the flight. The flight in the Nyabako, there were two. So air-made flights NE 323 AM arrived in Ghana on the 25th of March. Carried no patient. Carried suspicion. It carried no patient. There was no patient on board. But it was carrying suspicious cargo suspected to be cocaine. That is what he said. Per his intelligence. Where did you get that intelligence from? You have to come and prove to the national security because you have the information. To your information, come and prove it. It's as simple as that. Stationed in Ghana for 5 days. Does she flight in Ghana? When the flight landed in Ghana, it was here for 5 days. According to him. The minority also raised concern about covered air. That is another flight. Covered air Antonov AN12B, which landed also on March 12th and remained in Ghana for 13 days before departing on the same as the air-made flight. As a flight, and I landed according to his description. So covered air Antonov AN12B, and also the details in here. Arrived in Ghana on the 12th of March 2025, stationed in Ghana for 13 days. Departed from Ghana on the 25th and headed to Gran Canaria. So he came out to make all these press conferences and put it out there as a ranking member. And at the defense committee. Is that what you are supposed to do? Reverend, is that what you're supposed to do? Is that what you're supposed to do as a ranking member and the defense committee? So when you suspect, when your intelligence give you this information, and this is your intelligence that these two flights were carrying so and so, what are you supposed to do as a ranking member, a learned person like you? So he came out to put all this out there. And then Felix Kwachi, the government communication officer, also came out. The government, through the minister in charge of government communication, Felix Kwachi, swiftly responded to the allegation made by the minority caucus, dismissing the claim that the two airplanes were used to smuggle illicit drugs suspected to be cocaine. I say, it is not true. It is not true. Because Oma Koye Omo investigation to look into the matter about what Reverend Fordjour is saying. In fact, let me just call him an MP and a ranking member. Let me is a reverend, because I won't call him reverend. If he's a reverend, he will not have gone this way because he knows the right thing to do, unless he has other mindset of just attacking the government in power because he's an opposition MP. He's just trying to play politics, maybe. So, Mr. Felix Kwachi also provided the evidence. Covered Air Antonov AN-12B cargo plane arrived on March 12, 2025 with a valid landing permit. Then you know him say, and send a plane be free a country to our country, our jurisdiction. There's a permit, a landing permit that has been granted. So any idea any plane can just come from somewhere and then land in our airport, and then that is it. There be a man and landing permits. See, plane now, the two planes Reverend Ntim is talking about now, they had their permits according to the government spokesperson for the Squatchy. Purpose of arrival, technical fault. They came here, and technical fault, so they have to land here and then repair their flight tire and then other things that got spoiled. Arrived in Ghana from Luanda, Angola. It's the first covered Air Antonov na Ebayan. It is from Angola, Angola, and a landing from Ghana. Was carrying oil drips, equipment, and then lubricants. This is what the plane, after the investigation, they saw that it was carrying. An oil drips and lubricant oil intended to carry out certification, including scanning and then screening of products meant for the EU market. Developed an engine blade fault and severe oil leakages upon arrival. So the entire plane landed Ahanese. They developed the fault. So they decided to land here and then hold on, and then they called the backup flight that came, for them to be able to repair the flight before they go. Replacement aircraft. And another aircraft, that is UR CEZ CVK 7007 was brought in to evacuate the cargo. And that is a flight night to assist the cargo. So damaged aircraft remained in Ghana for 13 days. Yes, 13 days. Reverend Fordjour can say 13 days, but that was true because it was 13 days, and that is the only thing I could see. Say the okay, FI 13 days. Inspected by the Aviation Security. Aviation Security inspected NACOC, Narcotic Control Commission, National Security, and NIB. All these security, agencies. This man discredited all of them, then went out there to put this false allegation. No contraband was found. No contraband. Ya hushi. In some na cocaine and I say dollars na Felix Reverend Ntim Fordjour canning ya hushi your flight. Ebusianfo, this matter, there's going to be the second part of it. Thank you.